Okay, I'm working on one of my Farmall H's here. I'm going to do a valve adjustment. I I was running it, and everything seemed okay. Then all of a sudden, it wouldn't start again, and it seemed like it was huffing out of the carburetor. So I figured there must be something wrong with it. So the first thing I figured I could just as well do was to pull the valve cover and check everything out. And I found that one of my push rods had come out of place. So definitely time for a valve adjustment. There we go. Just a little drag is what you want when you do that. And I got this fancy tool which makes things a little easier because you don't have to balance a screwdriver at the same time that you're trying to get the valves all adjusted. Yeah, it might be close there. Of course, when I tighten it, then it changes just a little bit. There we go. So there's number one adjusted. Now, if I go to number three on the third rocker arm, and then the fifth rocker arm, I should be able to get all of the adjustment done in two tries of getting the crankshaft in the right spot, instead of having to set it for every cylinder. Because some of them are on the right spot and some of them aren't. Well, that's a little too tight. But that's a little too loose. You gotta play around with it till you get it about the way you want it. And you're really supposed to do this hot. According to the book, they always tell you to do it hot. But almost every time I gotta do it, it's cold, or at the very least, by the time I get everything apart, it's cold again. So Let's try that. No, that's too tight. Just a little adjustment. Yeah. That's pretty close. There. That feels pretty close. So, I'll make another rotation here and then I'll bring you back when there's something worth talking about again. So, okay. Well, I found something interesting. I turned it over so I could do the rest of the valves in here. This push rod is all loose. Oops. So, well, it was in there, but now it popped out. So I'm guessing I got a sticky valve here that I'm going to have to work at. So that's wonderful. I was kind of wondering if that was what was really wrong with it. When the push rod come out the first time, but I think that's maybe just sticky and not stuck. But I'm gonna have to work at it here some. So okay, I'll have to bring you back when there's when we get that freed up a little bit better. Okay. Well, we're gonna try a little deep creep here and hope that'll help anyways. I don't know if this valve was giving trouble the whole time that I was trying to run it there before. Maybe that's one of the reasons why it seemed like I had to run it on. I'm going to use a brass drift and a dead blow hammer, and we're just going to just tap on it. There, it's already feeling better, but we'll spray it again. See, it seemed like it ran too good for the valves to be that far out of adjustment. But this thing sat for, well, I bought it as a running tractor, and then I kind of put it on the back burner for a good while, so. So I suppose there's some moisture that got in here or there, and this and that. I think I should spray all of these. This deep creep is pretty decent stuff. That Zep 45, that's pretty good too. That and deep creep I think are the two best that I've used. But everybody's got their own flavor that they like to use. There. Yeah. Yeah, that's already way better. Way better than it was. Oh, see, that one seemed a little bit sticky as well. I'm sure it didn't help that I started working on this a good while ago and then it had to get put on the back burner again. But, okay. So now we can do valves 4, 6, 7, and 8. So, yeah, little adjustments. There. That seems pretty good. There, now we'll adjust the culprit one. There we go, now we're getting close. There, that's not too bad. Oh, there we go. Goodness. Let's try that. That's a little loose. That's still a little loose. There we go. There. That one's maybe a little tight. There, let's see. Oh, maybe just a little tight. that's, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta keep going back and forth. There, I think that's pretty good. Now, just go back through and there we go. There. Now, just make sure they're all good and tight. There. I think that'll do. Kind of losing too much sunlight here, so I think I'll have to finish this another day. Get the new valve cover on, gasket on. Oof, that was stuck on there. Yeah, that'll take a little bit of cleaning, but forward progress is always what we want to try and achieve. Try and make them a little better every time. We'll get a chance to work on them. That way, oh, they're stuck again. Yep. Definitely gonna have to work on that a little more. Well, that's probably enough for this one. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.